Alright guys, we are back. So by the way, I did change the background when I was filming the other look because the yellow was kind of just making my skin look a little weird. It was like throwing the light off. Plus the purple matched the look I was doing. Anyways, it is the next day because I just didn't want to make my eyes completely raw by doing 4 makeup looks in one day. So it is the next day and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next look. We're going to be using the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Alright, so this is the palette right here as you guys saw earlier. It's so beautiful. I really am excited to use this kind of on a daily basis because it has a lot of warm tones and just kind of fall colors, which season is coming up, so I'm really excited to try that. Alright, so again, I don't really know what I'm going for here, but I'm thinking kind of cut crease. I've been wanting to do like kind of ombre looks, so I'm going to try that. We're going to see how it goes. Alright, and here I'm just using the shade Access and I'm putting it all over the lid and using it as a transition shade. Alright, and now I'm using the shade Secure and putting that directly into the crease and blending it up towards the Access shade. Alright, and now I'm going to be using the shade Smooth Criminal and putting that again directly into the crease and blending it up towards the other shades. Alright, so here I just use the shade Access again, and I kind of just line it as if it were a winged liner, and then I use the next shades Secure and Smooth Criminal to do the same thing and kind of create an ombre effect. Alright, so once again, I just use the shade Smooth Criminal to do the lower lash line. Alright guys, so this is how the look has come out so far. I still have to do lashes and stuff, but I wanted to tell you guys that they blended so beautifully together. Like, do you guys see that? Like, it just, they were so pretty. I love these shades. There are just so many like wearable shades. And I love it. Everything went really nicely. I'm going to go ahead and do swatches after I finish the other eye and my lashes and all that stuff so I can show you guys. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I really like how it came out actually. The colors blended so beautifully and I definitely will be using this like regularly because I love these 3 shades that I used mostly, and here like they're just really beautiful mattes and they blended really nicely, pretty effortlessly actually, so I don't see any problems with this palette either. So I definitely approve of this palette. I love it. I'm definitely going to be using this one probably the most out of all the 4 because it has more wearable colors for like everyday looks. Also, I used the shade Guilt Trip for the inner corner, and yeah. Alright guys, so here is a close-up of the Armed and Gorgeous palette. The swatches actually came out really nicely. Actually, they didn't take that much swatching to do. I actually only did like 2 swipes for each one. This one came out really beautifully. A lot of the shimmers did. The only one I had a problem with was this one here. I believe it's called Classified. I really had to dig into the pan to kind of get this out. I don't know if it requires like a wet brush or something, but I had a little trouble picking up this swatch. But other than that, everything swatched really nicely. I think this is, I just took some bomb pics and like, it just looks so good and I love it. By the way, I am wearing the new NYX Cosmetics and Alyssa Ashley foundation. I have been loving it so much, guys. Plus, I've applied it with the Morphe Y6 brush, and it just looks so good, like airbrushed. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that I found a foundation that is affordable and it works great with my skin. I also just did a review on that foundation, so if you guys haven't seen it, then you should definitely check it out. Alright, so now that we have tested that out, we're just going to move on to the last palette, which is the Dark Magic palette. I'm super excited to try this one. I already have a look in mind for this one actually, because I really want to use these colors, so I kind of want to do like an ombre effect. I'm just really excited. I love these colors. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next look. Alright guys, so now moving on to the Dark Magic palette. We're going to go ahead and try this palette out. It's the last of the 4. It's got some beautiful shades. I'm really excited to try them out. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so here I'm just going in with the shade Shh and blending that all over the lid. Alright, and here I'm going in with the shade Mojo and just putting that directly into the crease. And here I'm going in with the shade Inside Job, and again putting that directly into the crease and just blending it up towards the other shades. And now I'm just using the shade Trickery and applying it all over the lid. And now I'm just using the shade Busted and applying that to the outer wing. Now I'm just applying the shade Busted to the lower lash line. And lastly, I'm using the shade Power Cut as the inner corner highlight. That I said, I'm going to go ahead and put on lashes and then do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I really like how it turned out. I loved working with these kinds of colors. I don't really do a lot of dark colors or like smoky eyes or anything like that, so this palette was really kind of inspiring me to do that. I love the greens and just all the tones in here. They were just really pretty. I was really excited to work with them because they're not colors that I usually work with. But anyways, it turned out really nice. I really like how the colors blended together. There's a beautiful arrangement of colors overall. There's a nice amount of mattes, and then there's the 3 shimmers. So this is like, I think that she has a lot of mattes in this whole collection, which I really like, and I know that mattes are really difficult to make, which I've heard. So props to them for making really nice colors and really good quality mattes that blend really nicely with the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the swatches that I did with this palette. Alright, so here's what the swatches came out like. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a little close-up as to what they looked like. Alright, so here are the shades. So again, I did have some trouble with some of the lighter colors with swatching, like this color right here and this green right here. It took multiple swatches to get that kind of outcome. But whenever I used those colors on the actual lid, they blended effortlessly. These darker colors right here, they swatched really nicely. This is from like 2 swatches. So those worked really well as these shimmers. They all worked well. And this light one here, you can't really see that one because it's a really pale color. But they swatched pretty nicely, as you guys can see. Again, like I said, some of them were a little patchy. But like I said, what matters is really how they perform on the eye, and they all performed really nicely. So yeah, overall, I really loved all these palettes. They're so beautiful. I love the concept of kind of the shadows that she had like extra from creating the original Jaclyn Hill palette. And I love how she divided them into the 4 palettes so that we can create different looks corresponding how the palette looks. I mean, they're just so beautiful. I love them. I know that when I saw them, I was just like, I have to try them. The colors are so beautiful. Like, look at this. I love this palette. And I'm glad that I had no issues with the blending or anything. I was afraid from what everybody was saying that I would be here for hours trying to blend, but I wasn't. It was pretty effortless, and they all blended really nicely together. They performed nicely, super pigmented, and the swatches again were the only issue. But I mean, that doesn't really matter in my eyes, because as long as the shadow performs nicely on my eyes, then that's all that really matters. And when I did the swatches, there would be a lot of pigment on my fingers, but it's just that when I actually transferred it onto my wrist, it wouldn't really display that color as well. But whenever I did it to my eyes, it was perfect, seamless. It was just blended normally, just like any shadow would. Morphe has always been a brand that I really liked. These palettes are just another successful launch that they've had in my eyes. I really like them all. I know that I'll be using them on a regular basis. Plus, I love the size of them, and that you can travel with them. They come in like a little travel box if you want to take them all on the go. But yeah, so overall, no issues. I really like the collection. You guys should definitely check it out. If you guys don't want all the palettes, they do have them at Ulta individually, and on Morphe online. You guys can use all those discount codes that are out there. But I really like them. I didn't see any problems with the blending. I know that they said that there was a pressing issue with the previous batch. I don't know, I can't speak to that because I didn't receive that one. But from this new one, definitely no issues with the blending, and they performed pretty effortlessly. They blended nicely with my eyes, they blended nicely together. I didn't see any problems, not really much fallout either. It's a big plus for me because I hate when I have to like tap a lot of product off. They were very, very pigmented. I know that the swatches don't really seem to show that, but they are once you pick the product up with a brush and then apply it to the eyes. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hopefully my next video will be about my giveaway that will be coming up very, very soon. And I'll see you guys next time.